Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back with another idea for you tonight. This is my next craft fair idea. And what I'm going to make is tag blankets for little babies, like little loveys. And so I've never made one of these before in my life, but I've seen a picture of them. And so I decided, you know what, I can do that. So I just thought about how big I wanted to make it, and I just want it where it kind of drapes over them when they're little and all that. And my daughter, I know that she probably would have loved it if I would have made one of these for my grandson Graham. But at that time, I wasn't thinking about making anything like this. So, you know, I'm bringing it back now. If she wants to have another baby, she can, but I kind of doubt she will. She's already got two precious boys, so I really don't think that she's going to have any more, but maybe someone else that comes to the craft fair will be interested in this. I probably will not overdo these. I probably will only make like 10, and yeah, I just think that that would probably do and be enough for my first time of trying to sell these at the craft fair. So anyway, I decided, let me just go ahead and give this a try. So as you see, I cut up a bunch of ribbon and I made 4-inch strips. They're all different widths. I also had purchased this one the other day at Joann's, and it's a really soft, kind of fluffy like material, or I don't even know what kind this is called. It's almost like a fleece, but better than a fleece because it's real soft. And then I have this piece of flannel in my stash. So I thought, okay, that's really cute. It goes with the pink. Yeah, I like that. So anyway, so today when I was thinking about making one of these, I started thinking, how am I going to do this? So this is what I came up with. I'm sure most tutorials are probably similar to this. I've never seen one, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go and just give this a try. So I think to make it the easiest, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my ribbons all the way around and sew them on as I go. That might be easier, or it might be easier for me to pin them all and just sew them. But I want to do them like where they're like about 3 or 4 inches apart. Like starting, and I'm going to put this down on my mat here all the way down, and like this goes up about 2 inches. So I probably would start about right here and start pinning these. Just like this. Got that bit pin again, y'all. Okay, so I think I would do that, and then I would just start rotating all my different ribbon choices, and like every couple inches I would just put one. And I think what I will do is once I have the ribbons in place, or you can sort these out as you're going around if you like. But I think what I will do is I will go ahead and sew this all down, then sew the other one on top. Now, if you want to go ahead and fix your ribbons and go ahead and layer that on top and sew it all at once, go for it. But I think that I'm going to do it this way just because I just don't want my little ribbons to move, and I want to be able to pin them down where I want them to go. So anyway, I'm going to finish pinning these all the way around, and then I'm going to show you how I sew this on. Okay, so I'm still pinning. I am on the last side. I'm putting like 4 on each side. I think that will be good. And just remember, whenever you do this, don't put it too close to the corners, because you got to be able to sew, and you don't want to have the little tag sticking out in the corners. That's just my opinion, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more. And I was thinking too that maybe on some of these, what would be good is if you sewed ribbon where the ribbon can tie, where it hangs down and can tie. That way they can tie their binky onto it as well. Or if you want to put the ribbon and maybe use a plastic snap, that would be a fabulous idea as well. But for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and just do ribbon all the way around. I think that the colors look really good. And how easy is this, y'all? This is beginner friendly. Anybody can do this. Okay, so it's taken me, I've got, what, 16 pieces going around. If you wanted to put more, that's up to you, but I'm thinking I'm going to do 16. I think that that will be good enough. If you want to make it, put more, put more. That's up to you. It is your blanket that you're making. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to sew all these down, and that way I can remove the pins as I'm going, and then I'm going to sew this other piece on. I know that could be an extra step. If you're a great sewer and you want to go ahead and layer this up and just sew them while they're in there, go ahead and do that, which on my next ones I probably will, but for the sake of the video, I think I'll just go ahead and I will go ahead and sew this down. That way you can see how they're sewed down, and then I'll put the top piece on. So let's move on over to the sewing machine. Okay, so I'm going to put my stitch length, I'm going to put it on about a 3. I think that that will be good, and I'm just using regular, actually this thread is 100% polyester. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, which kind you use. And yeah, like I said, this is just flannel. And yeah, here we go. I'm lining my presser foot up with the edge of my fabric. I'm gonna start unpinning as I get to my, get over here to my little ribbons. And I'm gonna sew these all the way around. How easy is this, y'all? This would be a great baby gift too. If you wanted to make these, and if you didn't want to do them for craft fair, if you wanted to give this in a baby gift. Oh, and you know what? I just thought, my husband's niece is going to have a baby, she's going to have a baby, within the next month. I need to get some more. I don't know, I need to find out what colors they're doing. But maybe I'll make her one and stick it in the box. I just think that she'll probably really like it. Now, I know there's nothing to be sewing this to over here on the end, but I'm not going to keep cutting it just for that. So I'm just going to sew it all the way around. It's all good, y'all. Maybe I will sew one for my husband's niece. I need to get her a little box in the mail. Her baby's coming, I think, in like 3 or 4 weeks. So I need to get busy. So I'll have to do that. And as you see, I'm just sewing these, going around. Like I said, if you want to get that down in there. If you want to put the top piece on and sew them all at the same time, then that would be great. I probably will do that with the rest of mine. But yeah, I just want to show you how that you can do it this way. This holds your ribbons in place. That way, then when you're ready to go on your fuzzy part, you're good to go. Now make sure, like I did, make sure you put all of your ribbons facing in, the loops facing in, because we're going to turn this inside out. So make sure you have it facing in. Don't have them face the other way, because then they won't be able to see the tabs. And come into the corner. Thanks so much for all the great reception on my sewing videos. I know I have some sewers out there, y'all. Scrap and Craft Queen, if you're watching this video, I see you got a new sewing machine for Mother's Day. So I can't wait to see what you're going to whip out on your new machine. And I'm coming down to the last one. And then I've got all my tabs. Okay, I'm not going to worry about going all the way to that corner because it's okay. You don't have to. There's nothing to sew. I just didn't want to lift it all up. Okay, so here we go. And as you see, all my tabs are facing in. And then when I put the other piece on and flip it inside out, they'll be facing out. Okay, so now let's put the other piece on. Okay, so now I've got my tabs all, my ribbon tabs all sewed down. Y'all, you should see my shirt handling this this fuzzy fabric. I don't know what this is called. Fuzzy, soft. It's wonderful. Okay, so lay this over the top. You know what? This side seems softer. I want the softest side on the outside. So let me have that flipped over. Get this all positioned on your fabric. Let's pin this down. We don't want no movement on this one. So I'm gonna pin this down. So I'm just gonna kind of hold it together so I can get this pinned. Okay, now I'm gonna pin this all the way around. I did have someone ask me or tell me, hey, you're not telling us prices on everything. If I have forgotten on any of the videos, I think I'm going to do a recap video of all the craft fair ideas that I've done so far this year. And I will make sure to have prices on there. So stay tuned for that. Let's get that on there. Sorry about my arm in the way there, y'all. Just want to make sure that I'm getting this held down really well. It's gonna be soft, I know. I just don't know why I never did this before. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get my corners. I think I pulled this a little much. I need to move these over. Okay, so I'm gonna get this all pinned down, and then I'll move this back to the sewing machine, and you'll be able to see how I sew this down and what the next step will be. Okay, so here we go. I've pinned it on all the way around. I think I'll start on this side. And remember, the pretty side of the fabric is facing in. I'm going to make sure I'm trying to hold this in place the best I can, because I don't want movement. If you have a little bit, don't cry over it. It's all good. Lining my presser foot up with the edge of my, I'm calling it fur fabric. Not sure what it's called. It's like fleece, but furry. Lining it up. You can make these smaller if you want to, or larger. So that's up to you. The nice thing about these little things is you don't need to put any interfacing. Okay. I'm going to pull this all the way to the corner here and just make sure that I'm going to get this lined up good. Do the best you can, y'all. Okay, when I get to the corner, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the needles. This furry fabric, it kind of stretches a little bit too, y'all. Okay, my machine yelled at me. I'm going to undo the side because it's pulling. I just want to make sure that we're doing good there. I think it's about time for me to clean my sewing machine. Does anybody have a Singer Modern Quilter machine? I just gotta make sure this is over good, y'all. Because if anybody has a machine, my manual says to only oil your machine like once a year, and a little spot right up in here. So, you know, that's all I do, and try to clean it out. I keep my fuzzy fabric. My husband just sneezed. Okay, bless his heart. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try not to stretch it too much. I'm getting over there, y'all. So just remember, try to keep it as lined up as you can, the best that you can. And keep it here. Hold your fur fabric in place. Your Minke is a slick Minke, y'all. Tell me what it's called, y'all. I really don't know. I just know it's soft fabric. Okay, we're getting down to the third side. I'm finding that this little Minke fabric, it kind of stretches a little bit, so I'm just gonna sew it up the best I can. I think I've got little fur babies going up my nose. It's pretty furry. And I'm close to the edge. Doesn't have to be perfect. And now I'm coming down to the last bit. Right over here. So here I am on my last side. And I went back. I had to stop my video. I went back because I needed to leave an opening for about 2 or 3 inches on the side so I can turn this. So don't forget that to leave a like 2 or 3 inch opening on one side, so that way then you can turn this inside out and sew a top stitch. So don't make that mistake, because I had to stop it and pick it out because I forgot to leave an opening. I went ahead and sewed down the end here all the way to the corner, but I have this opening right here, so now we're going to turn it inside out. Yeah, don't pull that mistake that I made. I was just sewing along and I thought, look what I just did. Okay, but it's all good. This is the side that I have my opening. You're going to reach inside here and you're going to pull this out. Oh, look how sweet they are, y'all. I love it. So sweet. Get all the corners poked out. This is precious. I cannot wait to make more. Okay. So I'm going to get my hand. Let's see, where did I leave my opening? My opening is down here. Okay, so I'm just going to put my hand up in here and poke out my corners. Got 2 corners left. Just like that. And now look, y'all. See what it's looking like? How sweet is that? Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew a top stitch all the way around just to hold this all in place. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to start on the edge where I will have an opening, because if you've watched my previous video, I like to start sewing where the opening is so I can get that closed up as soon as possible. I'm gonna just start sewing all the way around. And I'm just gonna slowly make my way around, making sure that everything is laying just right. After I sew this, I'm definitely going to need to clean the lint. This is a very linty, minky fabric. I guess this is like minky. I guess that's what this is. Well, I've sewed before with it, made my grandson a blanket when he was younger. that's about it. Other than that, I stick to pretty much cottons. Okay, when you get to your corner, pivot. I think it's looking good, y'all. Okay, making sure I have everything all lined up and nice and straight. To the corner, pivot. See, it's turning out pretty good. It's what I envisioned. Make sure you get this all nicely put. And sewed. And it still is going to be loose, but that's okay. It makes it more lovable. And that's how this is supposed to be like. It's a lovey. If you have a walking foot, this would probably be a good time to use one. That way then it'll grab this fur fabric, or the Minke fabric. But I'm making it work. I might put my walking foot on for the rest of them that I make. Put that down. I don't think my grandson at the age of 4 would want one of these, but I sure wish I would have made one for him when he was little. I didn't even think about making it. Okay, I'm on the home stretch, and then we'll be done. So tell me, y'all, what you think about pricing for these. I mean, the Minke fabric, I'm only using a 15 by 15, so I'm using well, I have to cut it at about half yard, 15 inches, 36 inches up. So, I mean, it was like $7.99 or $9.99 actually for 1 yard of this. And so I have to really think about pricing for this. Let's take a look at what I've done and we'll talk about that. Okay, y'all, so here is the final project. Look, it's nice and fluffy and oh my goodness, so sweet. The ribbons are nicely reinforced. Very happy with the way it turned out. Y'all, this is so cute. Look at the back. How sweet is it? It's just so sweet. Okay, well, let's talk that pricing. So I'm thinking because of the cost of this little Minke fabric, I'm thinking that maybe I might have to do $8 to $10. Let me know what you think, because I'm really up in the air on it. I really don't know what to do about the pricing for this one. So leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this. And yeah, I'm really happy though with the way it turned out. I can't wait to make some more. I think as I make them, I'll get better and better at doing it. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited. That one turned out so sweet. I love it. Okay, so before I go, let's do a quick shout out. I didn't do one the last couple times. This one comes from the Creative Chica. She wrote, "Happy Mother's Day, Dina. Thank you so much for the tutorial. How much yardage do you do you need per color for the pennants? She put this under my pennant banner tutorial that I did the other night. So the fabric that I used was 20 inches in length by 14 inches in width. And then I folded it on the 14-inch side so it became 7 by 20. So when you go to the fabric shop, I usually buy half-yard cuts and I have a little bit left over. So you're probably going to need a little bit more than like, but maybe you're going to need, let me see, 10 inches. I would just ask for like 12 inches in width. If you just want to buy enough just for those pennants, then do at least 12 inches. I go and I just buy half-yard cuts, and so that gives me enough if I wanted to make 2 of them. That gives me plenty, so I can do that. Then she says, what size is the bias tape? I plan on making some of these for my grandkids. They are just so cute. This is a package of my bias tape. It's the double fold bias tape quilt binding is what I use. There's 3 yards in this pack, and you're going to use pretty close to the whole thing. So this is what I use. I like to use the wide width one, and it's like probably an inch wide on each one of those. So this is what I like to use. So I hope that answered your question. Thanks so much, Creative Chica, for watching my videos, and thanks for your questions. I hope that I've answered them. And yeah, happy sewing, and I hope that your grandkids will love the pennant banners that you're going to make for them. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And y'all, don't forget, if you want to know when I upload videos, hit that bell. It will remind you when I upload videos. And yeah, I pretty much upload at least 5 times a week. So anyway, I got plenty for you to watch. Anyway, hope you guys have an awesome night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.